it should be the first full week of the Roe Rut. Last week there was a few bucks just sort of moving around the does, just starting to, you know, sniff them out a bit. But the last couple of days there's been a bit more activity. We've also had, because it's the first week proper of the Roe Rut, the weather's turned a bit, so it's gone from really hot last week to on and off rain showers quite heavy this week, and this afternoon looks like we're going to get wet at some point. It's about 26 degrees, it's quite humid. Obviously for calling roe and roe rutting activity, they always say that it's better if it's really hot and humid and thundery conditions. So it's about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We're going to head out, go to a few spots, see if there's anything moving around. We'll probably stop and stand in a few specific spots and see if we can call any roebucks out of the blue. We've got a couple of the calls that I've used in the videos over the years. We've got the Butterlow Mundblatter, I think that's always how you say it. It's got a like a doe end and a kid end. That's quite a loud call, so if you've got to call them for a long distance away. We've also got this Nordic roe call, which I've had for several years but haven't really ever used properly, so maybe we'll give that a go today. But again, that's a very loud call, so you need to start off quietly and build up just in case a buck or a doe's sort of sat down right in front of you. We've got the little cherrywood call, which is good for different types of sounds. If you screw the top in and out, you can get very quiet kid sounds. That's also good for muntjac. And then we've got this cheesy muntjac antler, which I cut off a buck I shot years ago. And that's just got a simple squeaky toy squeak off the internet that I've put in there. So we'll give that a go as well, just for a bit of fun. Yeah, we've got the Blaser 243. And we'll head out and see if we can stay dry and see what roe we can find. Yeah, so we've come out today with a tripod rather than the quad sticks, so that we've got ability to move left and right a lot quicker. Obviously the quad sticks are fantastic if you've got long shots and a little bit more time to set them up, but this gives you ability to, you know, move right round side to side if you need to. And obviously where you're calling the deer in, they're going to be coming a fair bit closer, so you don't need the extra stability of the quad sticks. So we'll start off on this Nordic roe call, and we've got the little rubber band set up as if it's a little kid calling for its mother. So yeah, tend to do like 2 or 3 little squeaks, wait 10, 20, 30 seconds, do a couple more, wait again, just keep going like that. Just move your head around from side to side so it's a bit more of a natural sound. Then generally you're going to call for a good 10 minutes. Maybe relocate within the same area, call again. We've got a roe doe just come in. she's got the wind blowing to her, but the mothering instinct is still so strong that she'll come in to see if it's one of her kids in distress. We just need the dad to get involved now. So she can smell us now, but she still wants to see if there's a kid here in distress. Just change the pitch of that call to make it sound more like a doe calling out to the kids. Doesn't appear to be any interest from any bucks in the area. If a buck's rutting, her barking won't necessarily put it off. If anything, it might bring it in to see what's going on. But ultimately, if you're making the sound and you're calling a doe up, you're making the right noise. You just need to get some luck to get a buck in as well. I think we'll leave her alone. We'll move on. This way. There's nothing obvious, but just parked up behind. Got the wind in our face this time. I think what we'll do is there's 2 or 3 hedgerows down in front of us, another area of maize cover crop, and a pit hole in a field with a load of old hawthorn and stuff around it. So there's quite a few places that bucks could lay up, or the roe could lay up. So I think we'll just get in this maze a little bit further down, just have a call from here, see if we can pull anything out of the hedgerow immediately in front of us. And then we can always relocate to be more in the area for the cover crop and the pit in the field. obvious coming out of the hedgerows or anything, so I think we'll just move down into this cereal field to my left. There's no cover to hide in there at all, so the only thing we've got to lean up against is a telegraph pole, so we'll just get in there, just have a few more squeaks for a few minutes, just see if there's anything in this pit. Just walked away from that maze to go into the cereal, and there's a roe doe come out 300 metres down there. I don't think she's come to the call we were making, she's just come out into the field for a feed, but we just waited a few minutes to see if there's a buck came out with her, but she looks to be on her own. So I think we'll keep going into the cereal, and then bear in mind to have a look at this on the way back in case a buck's come out to join her. Again, we've been trying here for a good 5-10 minutes. There's just nothing moving. When we were at the last place, or the place before that, where that roe doe came across, we literally had half a dozen squeaks, and she just came flying in. So there's obviously nothing that's overly interested here. We'll just head back, have a look on this sugar beet in case that roe doe's still there. And we might get lucky and find that a buck's come out to join her. But if not, we'll jump back in the truck and go and look somewhere else. Roebuck just come out of the hedge, 300 metres down in front. Yeah, that's got his attention. Yeah, so we've got a roebuck just by that white bit of plastic that sticks up in the hedge. He seems pretty interested. Doesn't want to come off that edge though. Take this one if we can. well, that worked well, didn't it? Bit of luck there. We come into the field, got into a position. Haven't actually seen many roe deer on this area of the estate at all summer, and they're going to put solar panels on here from the winter. It keeps getting delayed, but they think it's going to start this winter, so unfortunately anything that's here is just going to get cleared off or moved on when they build on it. But yeah, we just got into position, just about to start calling, and noticed this buck come out of the hedgerow, sort of probably 300 metres away. As soon as we gave a couple of squeaks, he was dead interested. Yeah, and just sort of started coming up the hedgerow towards us. Luckily, then came straight towards us, and ended up about, well, no more than 30 metres away. So just shot through the chest, went 10 metres and fell over. Looks to be quite an old buck, so we'll just give it a couple of minutes and then we'll go and see what it is. There we go. Lovely old buck. Yeah, so you can see, well, like 30 metre shot. I just shot him through the shoulder. Nothing fancy. Just when you get them come in like that, you want to make sure they go down. There's no point trying to take fancy shots on the neck or anything. They're quite mobile when they've been called in. And also what I did is, once it came into a distance we could shoot at, I just went a little bit quiet. And that way, if you stop calling, they start moving around a little bit. You get a side-on shot then, rather than if you just keep calling them, they just come straight towards you and you end up just having to shoot them in the front of the chest. And obviously you risk the bullet going into the stomach and stuff. So yeah, but he's a lovely old roebuck. Got a bit of a kink in that antler, so whether he's damaged it or it's sort of genetically just a bit poor. But yeah, he's probably gone back really. A bit like one we shot, I think the last time we were out, you know, it's sort of not too bad on one side for our area of the country, but the other side's letting it down. But yeah, big thick neck on it. Just starting to go a little bit woolly on the coat at the back. So when they start rutting a lot and running around, they obviously get quite sweaty, and then the hair goes woolly. So yeah, lovely one to take. We'll get this back to the larder, get it sorted out, and then yeah, see if we can go on and find something else to have a go at. So we're just taking a few photos with this, just about to take it back to the corner and pick it up with the truck. And Adam, the cameraman, actually noticed a black lump out in the field about 300-400 metres away. It looks like a roebuck just laid asleep in the barley. So we'll leave this here for a few minutes, just head down these tram lines. We've got the wind in our favour, just see if we can get a better angle on it, because we've got a road in the distance and then a house over here. Yeah, and just see if we can squeak it, see what happens. And yeah, if it's one that we can take, then maybe we will. So we've come right down to the road edge almost. There's now a little hole in the ground and a clump of trees around it, hopefully between us and him. So if he's still there, he's going to be straight through. So we'll just come along the road hedge, just make sure we're safe for the house in the distance, and then we'll try and head across a little bit and have a couple of calls. He's still there, sat down. Right, let's have a couple of squeaks, see if we can get it to stand up. Somewhere out in front here, sort of in this 50-metre wide area. Oh, it's just got up. It's down. It's down. Well, that didn't take long. Yeah, we just crept around the edge here, got set up. We knew it was somewhere out here, but obviously it's quite difficult to know exactly when you've come from a diagonally opposite corner of the field. But yeah, stood straight up about 100 metres away, and yeah, shoulder shot again, ran a little bit, just fell over. Well, we'll go and have a look. Yeah, so it was quite difficult to see exactly where it was. There was not a lot of landmarks in the background to put it against, so I was just going for a oak tree that I thought it was stood in line with, and we've just walked onto the blood, so it was stood somewhere around here. I can't see anything more going your way, but yeah, there's a good blood trail, heart-lung blood going through here, so we'll obviously just follow that along. It stands out quite well in the barley. Good, that's the exit side. So back of the shoulder on the entry side. Just a early middle-aged 6-point buck, but obviously, as we said, this is all going to go solar panels, so that's something we probably would have left everywhere else. And it may have gone onto the estate, but equally in this area it might have just likely gone off the estate, so we may as well take it. Obviously we need to fulfill the cull as well, so yeah, that one's been rutting a bit more than the other one. It's already been running around quite a lot. You can start to feel its backbone sticking up a little bit, and like the other one, it's quite woolly, but this one's a lot woollier on the neck and across the back. So yeah, nice, successful field. Should have come here in the first place. So that'll do us for this afternoon. 2 roe bucks brought into the call. Early rut season. It's the 23rd of July, so hopefully they'll be rutting for another couple of weeks yet. We might catch the end of the rut when we film again in August, but we'll see what the red damage is like on the crops. We might have moved on to red spikers by then, just to try and reduce the damage on those a bit. On this occasion we used the Nordic roe call for the 3 roe deer that we called in, and like most things in life, roe buck calling works 60% of the time, every time.